Hello everyone, OK's Den here. I'm back with another video. So I noticed that some of you guys in the Discord didn't know how to animate. So I wanted to make a video on animation. This is just going to be basic animation and how to use the animation option in SRPG Studio. So let's get over to a test project and get going, shall we? Here we go. Now, we don't have to do anything, and I do want to address most of the animation is done in the sprite sheet. So if you're wanting to do some really complex animations, you're gonna have to get into spriting a little bit. Let's make a basic motion here. Create new motion, and we're gonna have the sword. You can choose a different weapon here, and auto arrange tiles, and you can choose the graphic that you want to use as well. We're just going to use the basic Lord here. Alright, and so if you left click and drag, you can move both the weapon and the character. Very basic, you know, I think everyone can figure that out in like 2 seconds. One neat trick, though, that took me forever to figure out, is if you switch over to the weapon here, and you change the sprite order to 0, it puts the weapon behind the character. I found that like super useful, especially when I was making some sprites. Man, it's really nice. Anyways, back to topic. If you want to reverse a graphic, like let's say we want this weapon to be backwards, we just click reverse graphic here, and then we'll move it to the respective area, like so. Now I think that looks pretty cool, but I do want to cover some more of the basics. So if we want to angle it, our weapon here, let's go back to the weapon, I keep switching, we can do that and add to the angle. Now if you want it to be, if you want a quick way of going through these and actually changing them, you can type in 360 and then go down from there if you want weapons to be facing down. Or you can start from 0 and work your way up with the arrows. Either way, it does eventually speed up if you hold it down, but typing in manually I found to be pretty nice actually. So anyways, moving on from the angle, there's the zoom, which makes your weapon actually smaller or bigger. Sorry about the clicking sound effect. And the opacity, I think that's just the transparency of the actual item itself. Yeah. And X and Y changes the X and Y values of where this would be on a grid. So just imagine these lines are a grid in algebra, except for the Y value is reversed. The negative would be up here and the positive being down here for Y. So like if we add to X, we go right. If we subtract, we go left. And if we add to Y, we go down. Come on. And if we subtract from Y, we go up. So that's just something to keep note of. Let's move on to the move. Now, another thing that I noticed that was pretty cool was if you go into here and you select let me show you how I did that. I just right clicked and clicked property, and I right click again and click disable sprite, and that disables the sprite for that frame. I'm not going to do that for every single frame, but that's the only way that I know how to kind of delete a sprite, like a default sprite in this. So yeah, I think that I want to turn this basic running animation into a jump. So let's take this and lift it up a little bit, like so, and make a basic run jump animation. So you can always mess around with the animation in here if you want to make some cool stuff like this. It really doesn't take that much, just a little bit of effort, you know. And once you got the basics, it's really straightforward is what I found. So let's play the animation here. Oh, it's kind of glitchy. Let's see where our problem is. Right there. And then we go back up again. Alright, let's fix that. The weapon doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. And I guess we're going up another frame. I think it's this next one, yep. There we go. Bam. There we go. And now we gotta jump. So, basic animation right there. Let's move on to the direct attack. So let's say you don't want the basic default attack. Well, let's just change the angle of the weapon first of all. And let's have it so he stabs instead of swings. Let's maybe make it a little more at an angle. Sorry. Trying to get it just right. My OCD is really... There we go. That's good enough. And another cool thing is if you go down to this area right here where the frames are, you can do Control X, C, and V for cut, copy, paste. And you can also click delete to delete a frame. Now why I'm saying that is because I'm going to do that right here so I can copy this frame. Now we're going to use the reverse graphic to decisively flip the actual graphic so it looks like he's stabbing into the enemy instead of actually swinging. Alright. And now that we're almost done here, I'll show it off. So bam, that's just him stabbing. Now what if we want to do an indirect attack? Like, this one's kind of cool, but it's a little default. So let's just affect how the actual sword goes. Because, you know, a normal weapon doesn't really just stay in one place in the air unless it's thrown really hard. So, we will just move it around a little bit and make it look like it's doing a Street Fighter like swirly Hadouken or something like that. I don't know. So bam, there we go. We get a little effect for our throw here. Now let's go with the void. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to get rid of this sword graphic because we're not going to need it, and of course, you know, it will just be in the way. I didn't want to do this with the run graphic because there is about, I don't know, like 20 frames of this, and I don't want to just show off me doing that. Alright, so what if we want the character to flip? So we'll go to key, and not the weapon, and reverse graphic. And now I'm going to copy this frame for, say, 2 frames, and then we're going to flip this one as well. Well, actually, no, let's not flip that one. So it looks like he comes back. So it looks like he's actually dodging. Let's say that. Like, bam. One less frame. And let's see how it looks. Alright, now it looks like he's actually dodging something. If you want to add sound effects too, you just go to the frame, go to sound, and click on the sound. And then obviously select a sound. Like, let's find the void sound effects. So right here, ooh, that's a little loud. Let's just select that and get going here. Alright, finally, let's have this be less of a stab and more of a swing. Yeah, I guess that looks okay. And we will angle this in such a way that it comes out in such a way that it looks like you're swinging instead of actually stabbing. Alright. Let's make it a little closer here. And bam. The technique that I found was to go to 360 and go down if you want the weapon to angle down a little bit, just a little more quickly than normal. Alright, and we'll do another 360 and go down from there to like 340 actually, like so. So now it's gonna kind of look like he's swinging instead of actually stabbing. Alright, I think that looks okay. And there you go. We got basic animations here. So we got the idle, we got the move with a jump, we got the direct attack, which is a stab, and we got an indirect attack that is a swirly throw, and a void that actually avoids the attack instead of actually just standing there like a frickin' idiot. And we got a direct attack too, which is a critical that has a swing effect. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna apply this and save it. I'm thinking about going over an actual tutorial on spriting, just basic spriting, and that might help this animation process. I just wanted to go over the mere basics of animation for you guys. So I hope you enjoy it and you have a very good day.